Hey everyone, so for my final project, I am doing an ice cream bar inside of our containers. I also just want to add, I put my case studies at the end of this because this is my third time recording and I keep going over. So if you guys want to check them out, they're really cool, but I'll just kind of like skip through them really quick. So for this project, I am doing the ice cream container, which is going to be located in the Exchange in Fort Collins. The bar will serve cocktails, specialty boozy milkshakes, and some appetizers. During the warmer seasons, the bar will host special events on the rooftop patio. The patio space will also function as a community garden. And the events that need to be planned for will include movie viewings, comedy showcases, and live music. It will be constructed out of 3 8x40 containers. 2 of them will be side by side on the main level. And then one will be cut in half and put side by side to create a little bit of a square, and then stacked and staggered on top of those other 2. And then that will help create the outdoor patio space. Here is my concept. And then for my son's study, I am having this space essentially east and west based on the doors. It really gets a lot of exposure from all directions as far as the sun goes, but this seems like the best in order to utilize those solar panels that I have on the roof, and they do rotate and follow the sun throughout the day. The sustainable features are the solar panels, HVAC and refrigeration equipment, rooftop community garden, which I don't show, but that's just because every time I kept trying to put any sort of garden thing into my Chief, it kept crashing. But it is planned for that to be part of the design. I just couldn't show it. The barn doors on the first floor are actually going to be utilized to help with airflow and ventilation. And then there is custom wallpaper on all the walls that is created from recycled paper. And then on top of that, 90% of the materials are actually salvaged from other local demolition projects, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later. So here we have the floor plan. This is going to be the first floor, so this is the 2 containers side by side. We've got the walk-in freezer here, office, and then little kitchen space, the main restaurant area, and then outdoor dining. And then upstairs here, we have some seating inside, as well as the outdoor rooftop deck and little stage area. So with the perspective and elevations, this is the little like employee-only kitchenette. It really doesn't need a whole lot, so I didn't need to put a range or anything in. I mainly just wanted to get storage and like dishwashing in here. And then here we have elevations of more of the like restaurant portion. And you can see a bit of the rooftop deck on this as well. And then because I'm using materials from salvaged projects or demolition projects, it was hard to kind of include like photos and stuff and specs for it, but I have information on the company. So here is just a sink made from recycled materials, a water sense faucet, and then integrated LED lights. So they're not Energy Star, but they are the integrated LEDs. So they're at least a little energy efficient. And then all of the countertops are just going to be concrete countertops. So Mendoza Demolition Services, Inc. in Denver is where I am specifying everything because you can get like literally everything from them. So for this cool like architectural detail, I am speccing like 2x4s that they have just cut down and stained and installed onto the roof. We have got brick flooring from them. So since I chose to paint it, it really didn't matter which brick I chose from them. And then I did choose a Behr Premium Plus Zero VOC paint. And then here is the custom wallpaper that is on all the walls, and that is through a company called MDC Interior Solutions. And they're actually LEED certified for their wallpaper, and they have a bunch of other stuff too, but That's just the wallpaper for this project. So in the upstairs dining area, I do have a custom OLED sign going on one of the walls, and it's really cool. All it requires is like this one box, and then you can just bend it and curve it to do whatever you want. So I just did this good vibes only sign. I've got the solar panels here, and then there is an automated projector screen that kind of like rolls or hides up into this little awning that I created out of recycled 2x4s as well. And there is a rendering of that. So upstairs I am bringing those 2x4s down the wall, and then the same wallpaper in there too, the concrete countertops. I don't know why these rendered so shiny, but I promise they're concrete. And then here is that equipment. So basically the HVAC equipment is specifically for exterior installation, so you don't have to take up space with it. And then you also don't get any sort of fumes or anything messing with your air quality from the equipment with that. And then same with the walk-in freezer. So basically this walk-in that I spec'd, they cut out a hole in the wall, and like half of this vent system is actually on the outside of that refrigeration wall. So since the space is so small, I thought that this was a great idea to help conserve space, since it does require so much insulation and equipment anyways. And then you also don't get any sort of like air quality messed with from the vent being inside, which I thought was cool. So again, here's the case studies. This one is about Taco Bell opening 1,000 different locations in containers. This one is about the energy savings from using an Energy Star rated like commercial walk-in freezer. This one is the water efficiency from green roofs. I mainly liked this because of the amount of storm water runoff that like it decreases, and so it just stores all that water, and it also has the added bonus of insulation on the roof. And then this is from a condo in Massachusetts, and that's going for LEED accreditation, and they used 90% of the existing materials from the original job site that they were renovating. And that's everything. Thanks, guys.